Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. Life. It is like an adventure ride, right? We have good times, we have bad times, we have challenges, we have times when everything seems to just go perfect for us, right? And it seems like there's nothing that could possibly go wrong, right? That's true for every single person who has ever walked this earth and ever will walk this earth. There will be seasons of joy, seasons of sunshine, season of just happiness, and then there'll also be seasons of challenges, seasons of sadness, seasons and times of mourning. Um, it's a cycle of life. Every person on this earth goes through times when they feel like they are challenged to the max, right? Where it seems like there's hardship on all sides, and it's not easy. People who live and walk this earth and engage in life has to have some level of fight in them to overcome the different challenges that face us all in life. This is true. We all know that, right? Well, when you're dealing with chronic illness, sickness, disease, health issues, you have all the ups and downs, the goods, the bads, and the challenges that come in life that everybody has to go through, on top of the challenge of dealing with health issues. It's not easy. It's not easy if you don't have a health issue, but if you do have a health issue, is even more challenging and more difficult than if you didn't have a health challenge or health issues, because now you have something compounded on top of it that's a challenge all of its own. So you're dealing with the challenge of a health issue in your body while trying to deal with the challenges that life is throwing you outside of the health issue. That is a hard thing. If anyone told you that it should be easy or that life would be easy, I'm so sorry they told you that, because they just straight up lied to you, right? It is not easy. It is hard. It is hard when you have health challenges, sickness, disease, chronic illness, and you are trying to navigate through the challenges of life, right? So now that we got that out of the way and we both have that understanding that, yeah, it is hard. Something I want to tell you. This walk of living our best life and thriving in the midst of the challenges that has come at us in our health, to overcome and to thrive in the midst of sickness and disease and not just survive, you guys. If you're weak, if like when I was growing up, we call them a punk. If you a punk, right? You're just not gonna make it. You are just not gonna make it. This walk is not for the weak in heart. Okay? I'm a mother of 5. I had an infant when I started going through at a severe level. It was not easy. My children are a lot older now. It still isn't easy, right? To navigate through parenting is very challenging at times. It's rewarding. I love it. There are times when it's just heavenly and it can't get no better than that. But then there's other times where I'm challenged to the max. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong in the family all the time. It's just the basic daily stuff, right? Between appointments and dealing with things with my health, still trying to get stronger and trying to homeschool and have kids that are taking college classes, and this one needs to be here and that one needs to be there, just to have the strength to do the things that you need to do. Make sure you're preparing meals, make sure everybody's getting, what they need, and just managing everything. It is a lot. It is a lot. And you guys, I have cried many a times, many a days trying to figure this thing out, right? But not even just parenting. You got challenges that come in your marriage at times. You have challenges that come in your finances, because I'm telling you, health issue cause problems, challenges in your finances, right? All these challenges come, and even though you're dealing with the health issue, sometimes you have challenges in your health on top of the challenges you already got in your health. This stuff is hard, you guys, and it's not easy. And yeah, it's okay to cry, but there comes a day where you got to man up or woman up to it and understand that it is what it is. And you got to stop crying over it. And you have to make a decision to rise to the occasion and meet head on the challenge that is before you. Does it mean that when you do that, that everything's going to be hunky-dory and you're never going to get tired, or you're never going to get overwhelmed or frustrated, or feel like you just really don't know what you're doing and that you're not equipped? I'm not telling you that. You're going to feel all of that, right? But when you feel all of that, it doesn't mean to stop. It doesn't mean to quit. And one thing that I try to do, and I'm not always good at this, but I try to do this. I try not to waste my days no more. I've wasted a lot of days in my life. And dealing with health issues and being upset over things that have happened and mourning things that have happened, angry about things that have happened, I've wasted a lot of days. And I try not to waste days anymore. I don't want to waste days fighting. I don't want to waste days arguing. I don't want to waste days being mad, being sad, or crying. Now, I'm not saying that I don't have times where it's a hard day for me and I'm really fighting that feeling. I do have those. So don't think that I'm some kind of superwoman or superhero. But what I am going to tell you that I found in this walk, you guys, right? You're trying to be a sissy and you want to just sit up and you want to cry all day and say, woe is me. It's going to kick your butt and you're not going to win this battle. You are going to have to be a warrior on the inside. You're going to have to stand up and set in your mind that you are an overcomer. Now, we've already talked about on over other videos about keeping your flexibility, clearing up your schedule, keeping your life as simple as possible. Even with keeping your life as simple as possible, stuff is still going to come at you. And it's not always going to be easy. But you don't have time to sit up and be woe is me. It is what it is. Find ways. You got to create ways. You got to seek out ways. I'm trying to tell you what I've learned from experiences to make life work for you right where you are, right? So even though I had babies, you guys, and I was in the bed and I couldn't really take care of them, I had to find ways to put food low so that they can grab stuff in the pantry so that they can eat. I had to find ways to just let them crawl in the bed and talk to me. And even though I might not have been able to hear and understand everything they were saying and delirious, but to let them get in the bed with me so I can spend time with them, so it wouldn't be y'all stay out of the room, mama's going through something. And then next thing I know, they 10, 15, 16 years old. And I've been locked up in a room and I ain't spent no time with my kids. I had to choose that I was going to still be a mother to my children. I had to choose and say I'm still going to be the type of wife that I want to be, always wanted to be, and have a good relationship with my husband. I had to choose and say that I want to move forward in life. And I could not use what I was going through as an excuse. I just couldn't. I couldn't use it as an excuse. And people who do use that as an excuse, you guys, when you find yourself using things as an excuse, you're probably going to make excuses in other areas of your life. And people who make excuses don't make it out. Plain and simple. People who make excuses usually tend to see themselves as a victim. And if you have a victim mentality, you're going to play the victim role and get victim results. You have to have a victory mentality, an overcomer mentality, I can do this mentality, that this thing is not going to conquer me. You have got to rise up. You got to suck it up and deal with it. I know that doesn't sound all sweet and it doesn't sound all nice and it's not what people really want to hear, but I'm going to give you the truth. I have learned in my life that lying to myself don't get me nowhere. It usually causes me more problems. And going through health issues, I've had to learn how to deal with the truth of me, deal with the truth of the things that I'm going through. And so when I talk to you guys, I try to talk to you in truth. And you can see that, you know that it comes from the heart. So I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is, right? You got to man up or woman up to the situation and quit feeling like a failure. Now, does that mean that I don't never feel like I don't got this? No. A lot of times I feel like I'm not doing a good job, right? But you can't really judge whether you're doing a good job in the moment, right? I think a lot of times I don't feel like I'm doing a great job at a lot of things. But later on in life, when I start seeing different things, I realize I'm doing a good job, right? I didn't think I was doing a good job, and I was struggling a lot when I was trying to get up out of that bed and start learning how to walk and get strong again and sit up again. And it hurt, and it seemed like I wasn't getting any improvement. But then one day, right? It seemed like a long time later, but it's just been 2 years now. I realized, oh, I was doing a good job. I got movement. I got ability. I got some things back. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm doing a good job with all the things I got to do in my home. But then there's other times, you guys, where it's flowing and it's sweet. And I'm like, I'm doing a good job. And I get to see the harvest of the work that I put in. So you may not always feel like that. You may question yourself a lot. But in the middle of the questioning, in the middle of the not feeling like you got it all together, keep moving forward. Keep doing what you got to do, right? And don't judge yourself in the moment. Let time pass. Now, how much time do you let pass? As much as needed until you see what you need to see, right? I remember there was a time when early in our marriage, things was really, really hard, and I was praying for some things. And I remember thinking, it's been 2 years. It's been 3, it's been 5 years, and it ain't came to pass yet. Well, a couple months, I'll be married 21 years. It's came to pass, and it's better than what I ever thought that it could have been. I got what I was praying and asking God for. It didn't take 21 years, but it took a lot of years. Seemed like a lot when I was in it, but now on the other side of it, I realized it wasn't as long as I thought. So you hang in there. You rise up. You stand up to what's coming at you, right? I'm not saying don't cry. But what I am saying is don't spend your life wasting your time and wasting your days sulking. Get up, rise to the occasion. You are an overcomer. You are a conqueror. You may not feel like one, but the mere fact that you're still here and you're still striving and putting one foot forward and you're doing what you need to do says that you're an overcomer, you're a conqueror, you're a warrior. So I hope something in there was helpful for you. Remember, till next time, do you. Bye.